At 3:33 a.m., an entire city snaps awake at the exact same second, gasping like they were drowning in someone else's nightmare. This isn't folklore and it's not mass hysteria. It started with a few reports, then dozens, then thousands. A whole town that wakes up every single night, same time, same terror, same impossible memory, a place none of them have ever seen but all describe the same way. Now let's dig into the case. The phenomenon began quietly, a handful of neighbors thinking it was just stress, insomnia, or coincidence. But when people started talking, they realized something was wrong. Every single one of them was waking up at 3:33 a.m., abruptly, violently, as if pulled out of their bodies. They would gasp for air, wide-eyed, heart racing, drenched in sweat. And then came the detail that shattered any chance of brushing it off. They all remembered the exact same place. The description never varied. A corridor of concrete, wet walls, no doors, no ceiling, only a dim orange glow coming from nowhere. A sound echoed through the corridor, a low mechanical hum that vibrated in their bones, getting louder as they got closer to a bend they were never able to reach. Each resident described walking forward, unable to stop, unable to turn around, moving towards something they could feel but never see. Doctors began performing sleep studies, but the equipment glitched every single night at the same second. 3 hours and 33 minutes. Every EEG, every camera, every microphone went black for exactly 7 seconds. Then they came back online, always to the same result. The subjects awakening in terror, eyes dilated, brain patterns matching those of someone witnessing a violent event. The strange part? Those 7 seconds were completely unrecorded. The machines didn't lose power. They didn't malfunction. They simply stopped registering reality. Researchers tried bringing in new devices, new brands, military-grade cameras, private contractors. Same outcome. The moment a subject entered the corridor dream state, the equipment became blind. The glitch didn't follow the person. It followed the phenomenon. Word spread and curiosity seekers, journalists, and investigators flooded in. Some tried staying awake until the hour, didn't matter. Even people who forced themselves to stay up with caffeine, alarms, noise, bright lights, they all still fell asleep minutes before 3:33 like something shut their bodies down. And when they woke up, they had seen the corridor too. Tourists who stayed for just a single night became part of it. Outsiders who drove through at the wrong time woke up in their cars, engine cold, clock frozen at 3:33, memory intact. Then the city's children began drawing the place. Hundreds of drawings. Same corridor, same color, same bend at the end. Parents started noticing that the kids drew something adults hadn't mentioned. A tall silhouette standing just beyond the bend, barely visible, but watching. When asked what the figure was, every child gave the same answer. He's waiting for us to finish walking. Authorities shut down talk about it, calling it collective stress. But residents caught officials leaving town before the hour, terrified themselves. Something was happening here that nobody wanted to admit. The corridor memory began to change after a week. People started hearing footsteps behind them. A deep, slow breathing. Some swore they felt a hand on their back, gently pushing them forward. Those with the most intense experiences developed insomnia, refusing to sleep. They were hospitalized after days awake, and the moment they finally passed out, they woke at 3:33 again. Some tried leaving the town permanently. But at hotels, rest stops, even in other cities, the phenomenon followed them. A psychologist who moved hundreds of kilometers away reported waking at 3:33 for the first time only 3 days after moving out. His memory was more vivid than the others. He described seeing the corridor stretching, like reality was bending ahead of him, trying to accommodate his presence. That's when investigators realized something chilling. The more people experienced the corridor, the stronger and more detailed the memory became across the population. It was evolving. Residents started reporting a new detail. The hum wasn't mechanical. It was a voice. Something speaking too low and too deep to be understood. The corridor wasn't empty. It was communicating. Then the breakthrough happened, or the disaster depending on how you see it. A researcher set up a device designed specifically to record electromagnetic anomalies. Not cameras, not audio recorders. Something meant to track distortions in physical space. At 3:33 a.m., the device captured something for the first time, a spike so violent it overloaded the sensors. The waveform had a rhythm, like breathing. The city government shut the lab down within hours. No official explanation. No statement. Nothing. The next night, 3/4 of the town woke up at 3:33 a.m. as usual, but with a new detail none of them had ever reported before. They weren't alone in the corridor. They saw the silhouette clearly now, fully formed. Tall, motionless, staring. And it wasn't at the bend anymore. It was closer. Every single person in town described the same thing. It stepped forward. No one knows what happens next. But here's the most disturbing part. The phenomenon has started appearing in neighboring towns now. People hundreds of kilometers away are reporting the same dream. The same time. The same corridor. Whatever this thing is, whatever 333 represents, it's spreading. And once you hear about it, once you think about it, once the image enters your mind, people say it starts happening to you too. If this mystery pulled you in, hit like and subscribe. It keeps these investigations alive.